Walker, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful studios of KUAW Radio right here in Kansas City, Missouri. KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. It's an organization that was put together with the W.E.B. Du Bois Learning Center and the Black Family Technology Awareness Association. And we come together today to give you a little information on the show called BFTAA and more. So we're glad that you could join us today, bringing up a few things. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, and I'm getting ready to bring us in on our Twitter and Periscope account. There we go. So we're out now on all of our platforms. So you can watch and listen to us on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitter right now. You got it live. We're also, our audio only is on the TuneIn app, or if you go to our webpage, www.kuaw.org. So we're there. We're on TuneIn. If you have a smart speaker at home, tell Google, tell Alexa to play KUAW, and you will hear us coming out on that also. We're on the air 24 hours a day, so we broadcast music and talk when we're not here live, so you can hear that on our audio-only broadcast, which is on the TuneIn app and on our webpage, www.kuaw.org. So we're glad that you're joining us. We just started yesterday our summer fund drive. So we're doing a fundraiser for the end of summer that's going on right now. And we also have a sponsor or a partner that's helping us with this fund drive, and that's Carl Rowland. He's a jazz musician, and he is actually donating a 10 music pack of his songs, his instruments and playing, that to anybody that donates to KUAW to the fund drive will actually get a 10-song gift pack from Carl Rowland. So we want to thank him for that. We have a video, a little drop that he did for us that we're going to play in a minute, so you can hear, and also contact us if you want to get a hold of this music from Mr. Rowland. He's an excellent musician. He's worked with a lot of the top acts around the country. He's a composer and a performer. So if you want to get a 10-song music pack from Mr. Carl Rowland, just listen to KUAW, make a donation on our Facebook page or on our webpage, and be sure and include your email, so that we can email you the link that will let you get the 10 music CD pack, or 10 music song pack. So that's one thing that's been a big endorsement that's helping us for this year, and really glad to hear about that. Musicians wanting to give back. He said he wanted to give back, so he didn't put any limit onto how many of these 10 song packs we can give out, and he's asking for nothing in return. So if you make $1, a $5, $10, $15 donation to KUAW, we will send you that 10-song pack that you can get from Mr. Carl Rowland. So we hope that you'll take advantage of that. Also had some news that came in today. I was looking at one of the young artists, young rappers from Kansas City who had actually been in these studios here at KUAW. It was it's been a few years, but A.Y. Young and his Battery Tour. He used to do some performances on the Plaza and all around Kansas City, which is great. And I see that said the battery, or the recent accomplishments, let me slow down, for A.Y. Young. He has just received a letter of selection from the Office of the Secretary General. A.Y. was selected by the United Nations as one of 17 Youth World Leaders. It's a 2-year term, and it will elevate the Battery Tour and his music career on global levels. This will be officially announced on at the 75th session of the United Nations General Assembly in front of all the world's leaders, September the 12th. So we're giving it to you a little bit early, but AY is one of the 17 out of, I think it was 18,000 people that were nominated, and he's one of 17 youth world leaders that's out there. And AY's Battery Tour has been getting a lot of recognition, not just here in Kansas City, but around the world. He puts on concerts using total renewable energy. So he has solar panels and batteries and all of that are charged up, that he puts on his music concerts using totally renewable energy. So that's the battery tour. If you see him coming around or see something about the tour, be sure and check him out. I was going to look for the interviews that we had with him because I know we did some interviews a couple of years ago and try and bring those up. But I'm really glad for a young man that's come out of the Ivanhoe neighborhood right here in Kansas City, and he's doing great things in the music world, and not just in the music world, but in the sustainable energy world. And he also has a new program too that it says that part of him being told that you couldn't do these type of things or put on concerts without being plugged into, all kind of power grids and stuff like that was one way that pushed him to innovate and to form a sustainable, all-inclusive music platform for the people. So if you want to work with him, one of the things his goal is now is he wants to have 50 concerts that are powered by renewable energy. And he's also come out with a new song and a new project that he's working on. It's called For You, and the movement is called Men Too, and it's an outlet for men who have been abused by women. It says we are raising awareness, providing resources and safe avenues for men and women around the world to connect, because domestic violence is a human issue. So these are the official Men Too movement is out. So they've got T-shirts. They're working on it, but that's one thing that he is promoting is Men Too are victims of domestic abuse, or can be victims of domestic abuse. So it's not just a woman's issue, and sometimes men are ashamed to talk about things like that, but it does happen. And so he's starting to put it on a national or international level to talk about Men Too. So if you see that hashtag out there, the Men Too movement, that's something that AY has been behind and helping to get started. So we wanted to give you that information. Look him up. Some of you around here in Kansas City may know him and his music and what he is doing. So we're just glad to be supportive of that. So we're going to be taking a quick break because I want to pull up this video that I want to show you of our fundraiser, and we'll get back to you in just a hot second. So hang on as I pull up that bit. I'm going to start a little background music here, and we'll get right back in a minute. All right. Yesterday. Now I gotta find it. Yeah, we'll have to do it after. All right, let's go back. All right, we're back. We don't have that for you, the video that I had put together. But if you've been looking on our Facebook page or on our YouTube page, it is out there, and I will get it up. I probably won't get it up during this show, but I will see about getting it up a little bit later, and I'll run it again. But we definitely want you to support KUAW Radio and what we are doing with our fundraising drive, because that's how this radio station goes, is that if we don't generate donations, and we've been doing real good with a lot of you out there, and our numbers are growing. So if you can make a $5 donation, it will be greatly appreciated. We can use that to help move things forward. So we need to get donations from the small as well as the big. So if you have a business and you'd like to be part of this and you'd like to have your name mentioned, we'd like to have sponsors on the radio station also. So if you're in business and you want your business out there, we've got a few people that are already on there. If you look at some of the ads that are going by on the side, and we want to thank the sponsors that we do have: the Bank of Blue Valley, Tycon Construction, the Music and More Foundation. Those have Keys Realty Group and Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services. Those are some of the sponsors that are actually have stepped up, and they're supporting the work that KUAW Radio is doing. And as we're moving forward, and we're really glad and thankful that they are here and that they are supporting us. So we want you to join that group. So if you know somebody that's in business and you want to get your word out, we have over 10,000 listeners and viewers to our shows on a monthly basis. So if you want to get your product or your name out in front of 10,000 eyes and ears, be sure and get in touch with KUAW Radio. We can help you and help your business while you help the community in getting the information out. So I want to do that. I also want to say we put some stuff up today on our page about the 816 Day, which was a couple of Saturdays ago. Really great time. We want to give our hats off again to one of the show hosts here, Busy Benton, who does KC Where You At. And he did a great thing. They had a great event down there. I think it's going to get bigger and better. So our hats are off to him. Go check out the KUAW Facebook page. I just put up some of the pictures that we have on there. And then the hosts here at KUAW Radio are always involved in something. So KUAW Radio was invited to be a part of the Extreme Dance Explosion, which they have a show here. Miss April Almaza does a show called the Extreme Dance Talking Dance Moves. That's what it is, Talking Dance Moves. So they had a fashion show fundraiser at her studio Saturday. It was great. A lot of kids in there, a lot of great fashions. Met some people. KUAW was out there. We did a couple of little live segments with some of the vendors at the event. It was over on 46th and Truce at the Equal Minded Cafe, or in the back part of the Equal Minded Cafe, where she has her dance classes. And we really had a great time there. So hats off to all of you that came, all of the public that came out to support these young people, because this dance program takes in kids whether they can afford to pay or not. So a lot of the kids that are coming into this dance program may come from parents that can't afford the dance, especially with this coronavirus going on right now. That's an expense that, may be a little bit too much. So those kids, with the funds that are raised, that helps to buy uniforms, T-shirts, and they travel. They went out to a dance competition in California last year. So they take them around, and they have dance instructors that dedicate and donate a lot of their time. They do dance, not just hip-hop dance, but they were mentioning some of the other dances, which I ain't into that, so I don't know all of what they were doing, but they have a lot of dance, and it was a great time. And the fashions that were shown for not just kids, though, for adults and all, were really great. All the vendors out there, we had people selling the jewelry. There was funnel cake makers. There were a lady selling waist belts or waist chains or something that you buy and you put on, but they tie them on you and you have to cut them off. So once you buy it, you got to wear it forever, or when you cut it off, that's the end of it. But I thought, okay, that's different fashion. But it was good to see things out there and people out. So if you didn't get a chance, and we always want to support the people in the community that are helping the community. It's not about what you can do for you, and it's not always about, yourself, but it's how you can give back to the community. And a lot of times what we do as volunteers is to give back to the community. The people that host shows here at KUAW, they don't get paid. They come in, they volunteer their time to give you information, to go to places and to do videos in the field and all of that. And they're doing it with their own money. They're doing it out of their own pocket. So that's something that we really, are proud of, and we're glad to be involved with people that want to do in the community and provide great things in the community. So we just want you to keep listening and keep supporting KUAW. For our fund drive is going to go from now until the Labor Day, well, the weekend after Labor Day. So from August the 23rd to September the 12th is our fundraiser for the end of summer. So we're going to be playing some videos. We're going to have a lot of the show hosts come on, different show hosts on different shows. And then over the Labor Day weekend, we're going to be running videos and letting you know that you can give. That'll be running all through the Labor Day weekend. Our regular shows will be off. We're taking that break, but we're going to be running videos. We're going to be running shows, and we're going to give you an opportunity to make donations. So I can't say it enough. Be sure and go to KUAW-LPFM on our Facebook page. For those of you that are maybe watching this right now on YouTube or on Twitter, you can go there and make your donation right there, and we'll get the information so that we can get you this music pack, and you'll have that to play. Also, if you don't want to go to Facebook, I know some people have a thing with Facebook or not on Facebook, go to our webpage, www.kuaw.org. Go there, and you can make a donation there. It goes to our PayPal account. Be sure and include your email. We're not giving this email out to anybody else. That's strictly going to stay with us. We'll send you the link that'll allow you to get the music player. So we're not sending this to the record company that they will handle it and stuff. It's going to all be done in-house. We'll send you a link to be able to get the music. So we're not trying to sell or make money off of your information. We're just going to use that to be able to do the get the product to you that comes with every donation. So we hope that you will make a donation. Make a donation now. Go over to your computer, or if you're on Facebook right now, push that donate button that's on there, or go to www.kuaw.org, and up in the upper left-hand corner, there's a thing that says donate now. Push on that, make your donation. We want to donate. And if you have a show that you want to dedicate your donation to, some of the shows that are on the air here, if it's the Truth Be Told, the Lene Gray Show, Carl Boyd Show, Purpose, Passion, and Power, Brandon Ellington, all the different shows that are on here, put in there whose show you listen to. Because that way we can say who's getting the donors in and stuff. They have a little contest about who can get the most donors in, so a lot of the show hosts want bragging rights. So if you have a show that you listen to regular, be sure and mention that as you make your donation. So put that on your Facebook, or even put it on our PayPal if you go to the PayPal page, so that we can make sure that everybody does get their recognition for it. So that's a challenge that's been out. We had, Tyrone Gathers in our first year of doing this was it. And then our sports show came back in the second year, and they were able to, as a new show, actually raise and have more donors than anybody else. So hopefully the hat trick, as sports is starting to get back on, we'll have the hat trick back out here, and Brian and them be able to do their things. They also wanted to do a big hot dog cook-off as we go through it. So hey, let them know that you're listening to the station, that you appreciate what they're doing, and give your support to the many show hosts here at KUAW, and also show some love to the radio station itself. So you can have, $5 if you just have $1. You'll get 10 songs for $1 if that's all you can afford. So make that $1 donation. Make a $5 donation, a $10, $20, $100. We can use whatever amount that you can afford to share with KUAW, so that we can keep bringing you some of this news, some of this information that'll be good for you. So we hope that you'll continue to do this. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we'll continue on with the BFTAA and More show. This is your host, George Walker, and this is BFTAA and More on KUAW. Knowledge, understanding, and wisdom right here in Kansas City. All right, all right. We're back. We're back. This is KUAW Radio. Also, want to say we ran into some of the people while we were out that were asking about our Black Family Technology Awareness Association and what we're going to be doing with our robotics and coding that we have been working with our kids. And I wanted to let you know that we are working with the kids. We're working with our instructors, not the kids, but working with programs and how we can bring the robotics bill virtually out this year, at least for this fall semester, to get the kids back involved. One of the parents had stopped me and while I was at the fashion show, matter of fact, and said, what are you going to do? His son's, wanting to get back into coding. He hasn't been doing much. So want to let you know that we're working on that, and we'll have a letter out to the parents. And if you want to get your kid involved in robotics, at least virtually, we're not going to be doing a actual hands-on build starting in September. But we're going to try and start we're going to start a virtual program where the kids can work with robotics and learn their coding and practice coding virtually. So if you haven't been a part of a robotics team and you want to be a part of a robotics team, or if your child wants to be involved in robotics, go to our website, our Black Family Technology Awareness website. It's www.bftaa.org. If you go there, in the middle of the page there, you'll see a button that says register your child for the Youth Technology Club. If you click on that, a form will come up. Put it in, fill out that form, your name, the child's name, contact information, and which program they're eligible for. If it's Lego, depending upon if they're second or 9 years old to 12, they can be in our Lego League program. Or if they're older, middle school and high school students, they can be in our VEX Robotics program. Fill all that out, pick what they're going to be in, and when you do that, it'll send us an email, and as we're contacting parents about our virtual program, we'll be able to contact you. You'll get an email from us. We're also looking at starting a new virtual robotics club that's going to involve the Spiro robot, which is actually a little round ball that you can program, and it will follow the directions of your programming just with this little round ball. So we want you to get involved in this new program, and we're actually investigating with some people about the drone program. So there's some things we want to do. COVID has us kind of held back right now. Excuse me. COVID has us a little bit held back that we can't do some of the programs we want to do. But we're working, and we're coming up with some ideas and a lot of things we want to do. Also want to say, be sure and stay in touch with all of the partners that we have in the KC ecosystem and a lot of the African-American groups that are working with your kids about coding and a lot of the things that they can do in the STEM field. A STEAM Village down on 16th and Paseo, they're doing some virtual work. You can always look them up. Code KC, they're out in the Blue Ridge Community Center on Prospect. They're doing some things, and the digital learning lab that Kansas City Public Library runs out at 63rd and Swole Parkway in the library. I don't think the libraries are open right now, but we'll check on some of the virtual programs. So over this next week, I'll try and contact those groups and see what they have virtually. So as your kids are getting ready to go back to school, and as they get the laptops and Chromebooks and things that the school wants to work, we'll try and hook you up with some of the out-of-school, after-school science, technology, engineering, and mathematics programs that your kids can get some extracurricular activity doing. So we're going to be working on that over the next few weeks and trying to get some information to you that to be able to help you do the virtual program. So we're glad that we can support, and we definitely want to get back to working with the young people. We like working with them. I tell you, I have a great time with our robotics program and getting out there and watching the kids learn and build and work together learning some teamwork and how to problem solve and all of those type of things. We're going to be working with that. So we want you to be involved and get involved with that, and it'll be a good opportunity. I know we're going to come up with something. I've got a couple of instructors, volunteers, engineers that are really wanting to work with the kids and figure out how they can do some virtual learning with them. So we want you to get involved with them and let them work with you on that. Well, that's all I have right now. It was a short preparation show, so we'll get things together and be back with you next Monday. This is the BFTAA and More Show with your host, Louis George Walker, right here in Kansas City. This is the KUAW radio station located at 4510 East Linwood Boulevard in Kansas City, and we're glad that you could join us. Be sure and get back with us next week, next Monday, because we won't be here on Labor Day, but we'll be here next Monday. Yeah, next Monday we'll still be here. So we got one more show before we get a little bit of break for Labor Day, and we'll have a lot more information for you. So be sure and stay tuned. We'll have it laid out a little bit better than today, but we'll get you together. We'll have some things ready for you. So this is George Walker signing off, saying always keep that STEM thing working for you: science, technology, engineering, and math. And we'll bring you the This Week in NASA next week also. We'll have all of that prepared. So we kind of missed what's going on in NASA, but we'll have that. We'll be ready and prepared and ready to do a great show. So have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Keep listening to KUAW Radio. This is Kansas City's global community radio station. Take care.